jazz festival, so he sponsored a jazz festival. And so, you know, the thing about these kinds of stores, and at time, you know, some of these stores are only meant to exist for a certain period of time. Like Spector's Meat Market. I mean, you know once I graduated college, my father was done. You know, he retired and never looked back. And you know, and some may become Nordstrom or Pizza Hut. I did the corporate history of Pizza Hut years ago. Started out two brothers in a 300 square foot space in Wichita, Kansas. In 1958, when there was this new hot food concept called pizza, you know, and then it became Pizza Hut. You know, and Nordstrom started out as a you know, a little shoe store, you know, in downtown Seattle. And again, some, you know, are just meant to live for a certain period of time, because the thing about mom and pop stores is that it's always something that immigrants are going to be attracted by. Why is that? Well, sometimes you don't speak English all that well, but it's also labor intensive. You can employ a lot of relatives. I mean, that's it. You know, it's very, very simple. It's still, you know, so the race or the origins of the immigrants are different, but it is exactly the same. You know, in my era, they were, you know, from Eastern Europe. Now they're from East Asia. You know, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing, and you know how we can, you know, be a part of the community. And you know, I gave a talk at Town Hall when this book came out, and this guy said to me, "Well, you know, it was a lot easier when your father was doing this." I said, "My father used to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I never heard him utter the words, 'This is easy.'" But it's, you know, it's all part of just the whole idea of community, and that, you know, we're all in this together. I'd like to finish up before I take questions with I gave you the beginning of the book, and now I'll give you the end of the book. Usually I have a lavalier microphone, so I'm not used to juggling okay, here we go. So, you know, as I mentioned to you before, well, in the last chapter, as I said from that thing in Newark, if your neighbor has it to sell, give him your business. So the last chapter is called "If Your Neighbor Has It to Sell," and I start out with a quote from Rick Danko, who is a bass player and singer with my favorite band called The Band. If you remember, you know, the Weight and those songs. So Rick Danko said, "When we were younger, we always wanted to change the world, or thought we could. Now I think we're smart enough to know that we're just here to help the neighborhood." And so I just want to finish up with the last couple of paragraphs. Independent retailers need and deserve support from their local government administrations. That's where most of the new jobs will be coming from, not from General Motors or Citibank. They're going to come from people, and some of the people I name, like Nicholas Bazan in New Orleans, Chuck and Dee Robinson in Bellingham, Valerie Safran and Marcy Turner in Philadelphia, who have 4 different stores. Let's help them survive and thrive as we head into a golden age of mom and pop stores. In a time of economic turmoil, we turn to our neighbors, and our neighbors turn to us. Our neighbor has something we need, and we have something that our neighbor needs. It's that simple. I learned those lessons many years ago from my own mother and father, who taught me how to contribute to the well-being of my community. Mom and pop stores represent the past, the present, and the future. They touch every aspect of our lives, just as they did for our parents and grandparents, and just as they will for our children and grandchildren. Although the stores will change, and the neighbors will change, and the neighborhoods will change, what will not change is our yearning for connection. The imperative of mom and pop stores will remain because they are essential to who and what we are, our neighborhood, our community, our collective soul. As I write these words on a chilly fall morning, I'm sitting at a table in the corner of Hotwire Online Coffee House, observing the small parade of regulars coming in for their usual, their coffee, their conversation, their connection to their community. It's all so beautiful and it's all so mundane, and it makes me feel good to be a part of it. I'm ready for a refill.